Well, welcome to the Rokani Media Football. Champions League football is back tonight, and guess what? It's Bayern Munich for Harry Kane and PSG for Kane Mbappe in the mix today. And I hope you guys are really going to enjoy this video, and I've decided to obviously stream like for 20 minutes and really talk to you before these games really take shape. And after these games of football are really done, I'm going to come in here and obviously bring you what we call the match reaction. Who is going to be knocked out and who is proceeding to the next round is what we are going to be talking about here onto the Rokani Media Football. And I tell you, today, like it or not, a team has to be knocked out. A team has to be knocked out. Whether Bayern Munich, whether Lazio, whether PSG, all whether Real Sociedad is supposed to obviously be knocked out tonight, and there is no compromise over this. It's the rule, or they are the rules of the game that are going to really knock out one of these teams and really see to it that they obviously get out of this mix. So Bayern Munich is really one of those that is in the mix, and this is how they've decided to obviously start into their starting 11 as obviously take on Lazio. They're having Manuel Neuer in goal, Kimmich right back, then Guerrero left back, Eric Dyer and Matthias De Ligt in the central defense, Pavlovic and Gretzka into the double pivot, Leroy Sane right attacking midfielder, Musiala left attacking midfielder, Thomas Muller central attacking midfielder. His experience is going to be really hugely needed in this fixture. Then Harry Kane is leading the line for the side of Bayern Munich. When you look at Bayern Munich, it all echoes out what we call experience. Harry Kane is one of those people that's going to hit to score very many goals in the Champions League. When you look at Thomas Muller, he has that experience. Joshua Kimmich is really good. Matthias De Ligt has been one of those that went ahead to obviously captain a team of Ajax in 2019 to play into the semi-finals of the Champions League, and the experience is huge. Manuel Neuer, he has been there winning trophies for them in the Champions League, and he's trying to obviously keep this going and going. Leroy Sane, he played in the Champions League at Man City, and he was part of the team that really played very well in the Champions League in the recent games. So that is the starting 11 for Bayern Munich, but they're really having some huge injuries. And when you look at the central defense, Kim Min-jae is injured, but Upamecano would have gone ahead to take center stage, but he got a red card when they're playing away in Lazio. Joshua Kimmich is playing as a right back because all the right backs are really injured. Serge Boy, they signed from Galatasaray, really got an injury. Then Mazraoui, who they signed from Ajax on a free, has also gone ahead to get an injury. But Jamal Musiala is yet to have another beautiful game today. And trust me, if they are to win this game of football, Jamal Musiala needs to be at his best, obviously creating lots of chances for the side of Bayern Munich. And remember that Bayern Munich drew over the weekend, and they are now 10 points behind the table leaders, that is Bayern Leverkusen, that is being managed by Xabi Alonso. So let's get to the side of Lazio and see who has Lazio going to hate to name into their starting 11. They're having Provede in goal, then Marusic is the right back, is going to be facing Jamal Musiala. Then Pellegrini, left back, is going to be facing Leroy Sane. Then Gila and Romangoli are going to be facing Harry Kane, and that is the back four. Vecino, Matteo Guendouzi, former at Arsenal. Then Alberto is also in the mix to play in the midfield three to face Pavlovic, Gretzka, and Jamal Musiala. Then F. Anderson, right forward, Zakani, left forward, and Immobile is also leading the line. So remember, the first leg really ended 1-0 in favor of Lazio, and I think this side of the side of Bayern Munich has not gone ahead to win a game of football, by the way, when they've gone ahead, I think, to lose the first leg. Is it the start? But it looks like they've never gone ahead to turn a result at Allianz Arena this season in here for you. So we really will understand where they're falling, and we'll wait and see how that pans out. Let's go to the side of PSG. They are facing Real Sociedad, and they are really lining up like this. Donnarumma in goal, Hakimi right back, Nuno Mendes returning from injury left back, Hernandez and Beraldo in the central defense, Vitinha central defensive midfield, Fabio Ruiz, central attacking midfielder, and Emery Zaire is also another one playing in the midfield. Osman Dembele playing as a right forward, Bakola playing as a left forward, and then Mbappe is leading the line. So that is the side of PSG that is going to be taking on the side of Real Sociedad, and PSG won the away leg by 2-0, meaning that they just have to come here and really fight for a draw, something I believe they're going to get. Sociedad will shock me if at all they really score 2 goals past PSG, and PSG won't really respond. That is it. PSG went ahead to really get that home advantage of 2 goals, and this team needs to beat them by 2-0, all 4-2, all with a margin of 2 goals, and then the rest will come into their history, and they will see themselves really running into the next stage. Then Alex Remiro in goal, H. Traore right back, Galan left back, Zubeldia right-sided centre back, Normand, left-sided centre back. He's on the list of very many clubs, in Premier League and very many other elite teams. Then Zubimendi, for link to Arsenal and Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and very many others. Zubimendi is into the mix to obviously play the best of the game. Then Merino is in the double pivot, and Mendes is playing as a right winger. S. Becker is playing as a left winger. Kubo, that Japanese international, is doing the job, and Ozabayal is doing the other role to lead the line for the side of Real Sociedad. So that is the side of Real Sociedad, and they are going to obviously tussle it out with Kylian Mbappe. And Tuchel needs to be up in his form, and he needs to perform old punch above his weight, because this game of football is not gonna be easy anymore. But for Bayern Munich, they come into this game of football and they're really having lots and lots of problems, and I wish I could go to their channel and really try to really bring out certain things here that you guys really need to know about Bayern Munich. But I'm really having Isa, thank you for watching in through, and hope you're really having a fantastic stay wherever you are. This is the channel where you guys are supposed to be, and continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I'm looking for that channel of Bayern Munich here. It's called, let me try to look out for it, and let me try to go to the account and really bring you some stories that have been really shocking. Some people are suggesting that if at all they don't really take this guy off the bench, if at all they don't take him off the bench, if at all they don't go through to the next level, then Bayern Munich deserves to sack this manager. They are really strict, and I hate teams with such mentalities. You cannot turn around a team like Bayern Munich that really needs a rebuild. If Pep Guardiola came here and failed, who tells you that this team can come out and really perform? That is the big question. So that is really ugly, and an ugly decision taken by Bayern Munich. Issa has asked me whether Kane is on the bench. Let me really bring you the substitutes of Real Sociedad. They're having under Bare Nexetia, Unai Merello. They're having Gonzalez Di Zarate. They're having under Olasagasti. Then Kane, he's on the bench as you see him there. Then Umar Sadiq. Then John Pacheco, Andre Silva, Bernard Turhelins, Manguizelia, Pablo Martin, then John Amaraburu. That is the bench of Real Sociedad. Kane is on the bench. When we go to PSG, they are really having Kyler Navas, Manuel Ugarte, whom they signed expensively from Sporting Lisbon. I don't know why he's not going to hit to start. Marquinhos, his experience I think was always needed in here for you, but he has not going to hit to be given a chance to start. Goncalo Ramos, this is really very shocking that they're not going to hit to start with any of their strikers, because even Randall Colmuani is on the bench. Danilo Pereira, Lee Kangin, then Randall Colmuani, Michele, Carlos Sola, Seni Mayulu, then Joan Gadu, and Hano Tenas. So that is the bench for the side of PSG that is taking on the side of Real Sociedad, and we wait to see how that is going to really pan out. But for Bayern Munich, they're really having hot words, sharp like spears that are directing to this guy who is really managing Bayern Munich, rather than Thomas Tuchel. And Thomas Tuchel looks like his biggest win in club football is the Champions League one when he was at Chelsea, and everything is really trying to do at the side of Bayern Munich has gonna hate obviously befell him, because even last season, if it was not all about Borussia Dortmund really losing their last game, they wouldn't have gone ahead to obviously lift that trophy. They lifted it because the other team went ahead obviously down tools, and Jude Bellingham gave them a lead, but they couldn't consolidate onto that lead. So it's really a very huge game that's going to be played in the Allianz Arena, and they need to obviously rise up to the occasion and really put in a very good shift. As I speak, these players are onto the pitch. The players are onto the pitch. Bayern versus Lazio. Lazio really having one goal, and they never really scored one. And it looks like Bayern Munich is going to hit to start off the game, and they're really attacking. Joshua Kimmich chipping the ball to the farthest post, and it finds Guerrero, and now Lazio tries to obviously hit them on the break, and they're really trying to counterattack into the mix, and they're trying to run, and minus ball, it's all about Immobile, and Immobile is going to hit obviously lose that ball to Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer is trying to obviously do what we call the control of the game. When you look at the game of PSG, it has also gone ahead to start, and it's still 0-0 as it stands. 2 minutes played so far, and they are really trying to really find just one goal. But Champions League football is always Champions League football. A team that is at home with quality players like Zubimendi, Taki Kubo, it can obviously turn around this season. So we wait and see how that pans out. But the game of football is really underway, and a lot is happening right about now as things really unfold. So we are seeing Matthias de Ligt passing it to Kian, is called Eric Dyer. Guerrero, one-touch passing to find Jamal Musiala, and it's a throw-in for the side of Bayern Munich. By the way, there is a story coming in from Bayern Munich that Jamal Musiala really wants to leave the side of Bayern Munich and wants to join Man City or Chelsea. But if Man City really knock on the door to sign Jamal Musiala and they get him, they would have gone ahead to gain a player who, for me, he's going to be better than Kevin De Bruyne as a central attacking midfielder. If he settles in a team of Bayern Munich, the team of Man City that has a lot of quality, and with the manager, Pep Guardiola is going to have to prove to us that he can improve any player that he manages, then nothing will stop them from doing it. Guerrero played it back. Matthias de Ligt. They're really having a very good central defense. Matthias de Ligt is press resistant, and I think the same applies to Kimmich. Eric Dyer, his press resistance is really questioned, but he's also not bad on the ball. Goretzka in the midfield. All Bayern need is to really get in that first goal. When they get it in, then the rest is really going to be just to really pile pressure and really get one more to win this one. All they needed to get to win with the 2-goal margin. And trust me, if it's not the red card of Upamecano away in Lazio, Italy, they would have gone ahead, obviously, maybe force a draw or even win that game of football. Guerrero crosses, cleared out. For the first 4 minutes of the game, Bayern Munich has gone ahead to press, and they've gone ahead to press hard the side of Lazio. I'm seeing Thomas Tuchel, the head coach of Bayern Munich. He's trying to obviously issue instructions that let's attack them left and center. I know this is the only hope that he has. If he continues to obviously really get this Bayern team to where they deserve to be, win the league, win the Champions League. Even if he walks away, he'll walk away with his head high, and everyone will be like, there is something special with Thomas Tuchel when it comes to the Champions League, because every time he's going to have to give himself a chance to do that, he has going to have to really do the job, and has going to have to win that battle. So here we are, as we see the side of Bayern Munich take on Lazio, as PSG also takes on Real Sociedad. PSG has gone ahead to come into this tie with a more confident heart, because they went ahead to win away from home by 2-0. Sorry, they went ahead to hit that. They went ahead to win at home by 2-0, and they're really trying to really put in the basics. Lazio on the attack, onto the edge of Etina's area. Mario. This is Guendouzi trying to go in for a shot. Guendouzi, former at Arsenal. It is really way off where it's supposed to be. Goal kick, Manuel Neuer. No wasting time. He starts it immediately. He finds Guerrero. Guerrero passes it back to find Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer and Matthias de Ligt really have a very big job to really mark Immobile out of this game. He's a very deadly striker. Get him one chance, he'll really get you the goals that you want. And that's the hardest job that they will ever really face. Musiala Jamal finds Leroy Sen. Selfish output. That pass was not necessary. All he needed to do was to find out a pass to look out for Harry Kane. But even if he would have gone in for that effort, I think he would have gone ahead to go in for the far post. If he called the far post, he would have gone ahead to make a lot of message in there for you. Now, looks like it's a counter-attack. Guendouzi leading the counter-attack for the side of Lazio. And Lazio, it plays back to Guendouzi into his vicinity, trying to release Immobile. They're trying to score a goal in here. Immobile hits the ball and it really gets cleared out. And it's a throw-in for the side of Lazio. They are really looking good. This Lucas guy is really putting in a lot of effort, you know? He's putting in a lot of effort, and trust me, Lazio might make history tonight. They might make history tonight, and no one is really gonna really blame them from what they're supposed to be doing. Thank you for everyone who is watching in through. Smash the like button, comment and share. Bayern win the possession again. Eric Dyer going in for chip to find Leroy Sen. Leroy Sen, he tries to Malloud onto the right side of the pitch using his swift left foot. He passes through 2-3 players and makes a switch. Corner kick. What a run. Jamal Musiala's effort has been blocked by the central defender. But look at the class of Leroy Sen, skipping past defenders like no other. And Jamal Musiala's efforts were really deflected. And it's now a corner for Bayern Munich. It's a corner. And let's see how deadly they can become when they're really doing the set pieces. First corner kick of the game. It is in. And let's wait and see. Joshua Kimmich, one of the best set piece deliverers in the world I'm going to hate to say. Guendouzi marking Harry Kane here. Is he really the right guy to match it? Ball brought in. Headed. And it's a goal kick. It's a goal kick. But Bayern Munich are not really going to stop. When you look at how they really pressurize the team, you really anticipated that they really have a lot to fight for. And look at the bench they're having. Kim Min-jae, there is Serge Gnabry, there is Choupo-Moting, there is Zaragoza, there is Daniel Perezet, Alphonso Davies, Urelic, Konrad Laimer, and Marcel Stel. So, from the bench, Serge Gnabry can change the game. And why is Alphonso Alves not playing? That is really a very huge question. I think he has been injured. That's why the managers don't really bothered for really playing him these minutes. But in a game like this, you'll need him, you know. Konrad Laimer can come in through and really play as a central midfielder, or else he can come in through and play as a right back. And he can obviously get you a lot of presence into the center, into the final third of the pitch. So it looks like the manager has a very good plan that will see him really exonerated from all of this. Let's see how this really unfolds, and that's how it goes here onto the Rokani Media Football. Bayern Munich. This is Goretzka. Passing it back to find the central defenders. Goretzka finds Jamal Musiala. I love the lad. He has gone ahead to make 1-2 and he has been blocked, but his initiative was really great. He wanted to pass through 2 players, but I think they're really too strong for him to really go through. He needs to work on his physical abilities, by the way, but his talent is really great. A shot at goal deflected. It's not yet over. Lazio with all what we call the possession, and they're trying to attack. Brought down Guendouzi. Is it a free kick? The referee says yes, it's a free kick for a team known as Lazio. When you leave Lazio to really get such chances, they can really hit you and really make you cry. That is Lazio for you. And what they do, Matteo Guendouzi brought down. They bought him from Marseille, and Arsenal had to really get some money, and I think they got in like £5 million from the sale of this guy, having gone ahead to sell him to Marseille for like 9 million pounds, and now they really went ahead to get in some more from his cell. Good business done because this guy was an academy graduate. Cross brought in, headed out by Harry Kane. Comes in through to defend. And it's not yet over. They are trying to redo the needful. It's another corner kick. Second corner kick of the game. First for the side of Lazio. They now have 1-1 corner. Bayern Munich has gone ahead to get in one corner and Lazio has in one corner. Let's wait and see how this really goes ahead. Lewis has gone ahead to come in through and really kiss the ball. He's like, can really produce a moment of magic. That's what they're really praying in for. Something that Bayern Munich doesn't want to see. Headed out. It has been cleared out. And Bayern are planning for a counter-attack, but they've been very well closed down. A shot, a chip in. Very good defending by Matthias de Ligt. Good defending by Matthias de Ligt.